for Mars versus Min Min. But yeah, they're starting the game. We'll check later. Yeah, I'm just curious who he's actually fought that uses this character. Either way, Rimu versus Mars, guys. Japan versus New England. And Mars looking to continue a hot streak, but this might be the strongest player of this character he's run into yet.
Oh, yeah. Let's see how it all unfolds right here as it stands right now. Rimu having quite the showing here in this opening interaction. Sheesh. Got to figure out what the game plan is. I mean, you can't outspace Min Min in certain cases, but obviously you don't want to be up close and personal. ZSS not with the best options out of shield historically.
Yeah, I was kind of like thinking about this matchup in my head, and it's insane that Mars has such a high win rate against this character because usually you kind of want to float around, jump, like do airs and stuff, and that's the exact zone that Min Min can carry or cover at all times.
I feel like when I watch Mars sometimes, if he wants to sort of turn off the brain power, if he wants to take a little nap while playing, he'll just pop some Zairs. And it's like, all right, let me reset my brain. I'll get some Zairs, get maybe like 20, 30%. You can't do that against Min Min. He's constantly having to drift in. Rimu covering so much space with the arms. What weird misinput. Mars laughing in the player cam. He didn't want that for sure.
No, definitely not.
This is a bloodbath already, man. And Snorlax, I'm going to co-sign what you said, bro. I don't understand how this matchup could possibly be great for ZSS. You want to smother Min Min, and I don't really think that's her
She's not a
strongest
smother.
suit.
She's a mid-ranger, you know?
Yeah, and she also has down tilt, which lets her get away from like anything that Zero Suit does outside of like maybe nair or down air. It's hard for Zero Suit to hit low profile, and down tilt gets you away scot-free.
Even like a character that threatens space as well as ZSS. I mean, she has that ability because of her great movement options to just stand in one spot and just jump in place, where characters can't really out-button her. I mean, she can jump in place, but I mean, what are you going to do when Min Min starts swinging from the other side of the room? Min Min doesn't even need to approach.
Right, yeah, and that's Mars' strong suit too, right? Like, hey, I'm going to get you to panic in these situations.
Right.
That's where I learn who you truly are.
Wow.
Hey, first game of the day. Maybe needed to warm up a little bit, but the alarm's going off. You got to answer the call, man. That's game one. It's funny because like whenever I see like a 100% win rate against the character, usually it's somebody like, I mean, not to say that Light has a 100% win rate against Min Min, but like it's a character like that where you see it in your head. You're like, oh, it's a rush down. That character will never be able to stop the onslaught. Zero Suit's not that character, so we'll see if Mars can figure it out and turn up here.
Right. The way I've seen Mars play Zero Suit, it's kind of like death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, just, oh, hey, I win neutral here, I win neutral here, I win neutral here. It's like, oh, I know what you're going to do next. Big call out, boom, stop over. But let's see if we can get that here. It just seems really hard to get into Rimu's head right now.
Yeah, it's really tough to jump to. I mean, you have the Ram armor that just kind of covers that perfect distance between ZSS and the platforms that she kind of wants to be in. Whether she's going for like that falling up air or whatever the case may be, it just kind of stops her. And I think any character that can stop ZSS from moving is a character that already has the right kind of idea in the matchup.
What if I had two Zairs that I could alter the timing of and the angle and the power?
I could make a very strong Zair.
A fire Zair. Optional fire Zair.
He's already done better than he did in the last game, I think. Starting out here, 100% on Rimu, but how do you get this stock off?
Okay. Still up underneath the platform. Not want to relinquish too much of that space. But obviously not want to play too up close and personal. Love that dash attack, and just when you thought it was safe to run up and shield, here's that grab.
Yeah, powered arm is so scary too. And this percent, you can just randomly die.
And look at this. How do you close the gap? You were outranged so many times over, and ZSS is very fast, but I don't know, man. That dash attack, of course, is so unsafe, so you're not going to see Mars too willing to throw that out either.
Also rare to see that get-up attack, too, from that distance. It must have been a misinput from Mars.
Yeah, for sure. We don't see very many get-up attacks. I mean, you just kind of lean into how, high and how fast, ZSS can move.
Ooh, slips under with the up B, though. Okay, we got a breath of fresh air. Mars taking a stock.
There it is.
Great boost kick there. Waiting for Rimu again to return. You see these Zairs, but Rimu's got a couple of those.
Liking a sort of less is more sort of play style too from Rimu. Even in these opportunities where Mars gets up close and personal, what Min Min's going to do. It's just, what are you going to do to stop it? Ram there, Power Dragon there, -6. It's just like, you get close, you get smacked. You stay far away, you get smacked. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah, Rimu looking really good.
That was really cheeky too for Rimu. Like, I'm going to get the nair.
Yeah.
You're going to be in this little stagger situation. I'm going to pivot grab and keep myself a little bit safe. And to get the empowered arm, it's just...
Oh, and the air dodge. Okay, this time he's going to be able to recover. Saw that last game. That was how Mars died on his last stock.
Okay, Ram messing up the flow, just disrupting ZSS's movement options.
I like that grab a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, Min just constantly forcing you to shield, conditioning you, and then...
Yeah, and that was on Mars landing Nair, right? Like, Zero Suit Nair is really good on shield. Why would you use a tether grab?
With the rave,
Whoa,
that'll
my
do it.
God.
106.
Okay.
That's a big swing.
That is.
Maybe ZSS doesn't suck.
Right. Worst move.
Hey, we're not seeing stun gun, though, right? Like, the neutral B, never going to come out.
No, not in this matchup. Frame one jab, getting punished. Usually we see a bit of a delay on there, too, if Mars is a little unsure if it's going to connect. Maybe just wanted to get that damage done. Or
Yeah, well, it was earlier, right? He did Nair in the shield and he got grabbed for it. He's like, all right, that's not happening.
That Zair just went through the arm.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So the arms are like Pikmin, where they will be clanked out by anything.
Sure.
And aerials can't be interrupted. So Zair, of course, falls into that bucket. That could be one edge Mars has.
Yeah.
That said, the hitbox is just so
It's
narrow.
so specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just shocked by it. It's not something you go for reliably, but it's an interesting interaction for sure.
The no-fly zone. Ram is so oppressive here.
up air. Can I get another one? Nair on the way back down, but there's the down smash at that time. Probably anticipating Rimu landing right in front of Mars.
Yeah, I think he was trying to gamble that Rimu wouldn't want to go on the platform to be above Zero Suit. I like the idea, but Rimu's scouting it out.
Yeah, actually really smart because, I can just toss out up air all day. Very, very safe on shoot. Even if it misses, 3 more about to come out.
Yeah, the movement actually from Rimu is really on point, too. Like, you got to give it up for Rimu for being able to hold it down for this long.
Ooh,
Okay.
can't quite punish that grab.
Can't quite smother with the buttons like some of the other speedier characters, but just kind of running into the face of Rimu, showing them that they are fearless. I'm like what I'm seeing here from Mars. He's looking great.
I love
Nair,
Rimu's
get off
hesitation there. I love just drifting back, staying away from Mars. Mars can be deadly off stage when he fishes for that back air, when he waits for the jump. Gets the flip kick. That's game 2.
Yo, off the fair one as well. Mars, more than just signs of life right here. That was actually pretty fire, man.
Yeah.
It looked bad at the start, and then, he just kept the fight close and found one really big hit at the end. That's
Right, yeah. He implemented his game plan even though, like, the start, right? Like, oh, I can't pressure them traditionally the way that I normally do with keeping my distance with the nairs, with these landing nairs and whatnot. I'm glad that they're able to run off the stage and put the pressure right there at the ledge because in the air, it seemed like Rimu knew what to do against him.
I'm so glad you brought up, like, off the stage because I think it just kind of leans into the fact that Mars just kind of had Rimu in a lot of disadvantageous spots. I mean, obviously, the design behind Min, she wants to stay on the ground. She wants to play this game grounded, and she has the luxury of tossing out those same moves on the ground in the air and keeping ZSS out. But Mars having Rimu in the air, Rimu kind of struggled a little bit, or even the threat of it. Coney, I think you brought it up. Rimu landing on the platform, not wanting to be hit with up airs, like, they get it now.
And I just looked at the relevant head-to-head. So Mars has a set on Exiled, who I thought was a Bowser player, but maybe I was talking to Min, and then another player I didn't recognize. So not like necessarily God-level Min experience or anything like that. This is definitely the strongest one he's fought.
Yeah, Mars is one of those players, too, that I was looking at who doesn't really attend too many tournaments. So it's really hard to get that much extra data on him.
There's been so much Hollow Bastion this weekend.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Not that I'm complaining. It's great to have Smashville back, don't get me wrong, but...
Nah, Throne 3, the only stage that's legal, is Hollow Bastion. Calling it now.
Small Smashville.
Yeah.
Right.
Hear me out, Hazard's on, though.
Yeah,
oh,
real question.
love that flip. Yeah, I love that up smash. That was great.
Okay. Waiting this one out right now. There's that 10 frame there. Not quite able to toss that out with much luxury as you've seen in maybe sets prior. It's just one of those moves where you want to outrange your opponent, but they're outranging you, so it kind of becomes invalidated in some cases.
Ooh, okay. Very bold down airs from Rimu, not getting punished at all.
Woohoo.
Oh, right over the arms. That's going to be so relevant in this matchup, I think.
Right.
Of course, Rimu can compensate for it and just, like, fade back and rise with the arms.
Oh, my.
Oh, my. Yo, Mars, what are you doing, bro?
A little bit of a gamble. I mean, he said it on the couch before. If he's not playing like himself, if he's not doing the things he wants to do, he's not playing well. Sometimes he goes for the crazy stuff.
Definitely got to be on high alert right now if you're Rimu. Rimu doing a really good job of, making sure we get back to this ledge. And most importantly, making sure that we control this ledge, whether they are avoiding being punished, for their recovery, or if they're just dishing out the damage. Rimu's looking really good.
Right. One of the hardest things about playing against Min is kind of like understanding once you put them into the corner, how do they escape from there? Sometimes Rimu actually decides to stay close to the corner, close to the edge, and that really does trip people off. That's why we saw Mars go for the like jump boost kick right there. We find the kill at least with the back air.
I will be honest, I saw someone in the chat say Min Min plays like an assist trophy. All Min Min hate aside, that is very funny. I mean, that's hilarious.
Isn't the arm? What's the arms guy? Springman. I mean, they're basically the same thing.
Because I go, oh yeah.
I get a little bit of like that, and then like Knuckle Joe and Little Mac from Brawl assist trophy. I mean, it's kind of that's what Min Min really is.
But let's do our commentators do. It takes tremendous amount of ability to be able to pilot her at this level, bro. You guys are not beating Mars with Min Min.
No, absolutely.
I promise you, you're not doing it.
You guys probably aren't even beating your round 1 at a local with Min.
It's not. Well, you got to control so much space. You have to do the risk management, making sure that they don't jump in on stuff, making the right choices when they get in. Don't get me wrong. Not that this matchup looks good, but Rimu, a top-level player by any imagination. Good up smash there. 1 game away from taking it.
Yeah, when you first play Min Min, she's kind of clunky. You're
it's weird
to play.
Yeah,
it's weird,
very much.
And you think, oh, I'm just gonna smash attack and cover all this space, and then they just jump over your smash attack, and like, what am I doing wrong?
Right.
Nah, people play all kinds of crazy control schemes, like putting C-stick to special with her as well.
Really?
So
That makes sense.
Yeah, so you have full control when you're throwing the secondary arm. Yeah.
And
so,
you can switch fast.
Yeah.
Stick down. Oh.
Exactly. Good luck playing this character if you've never used her before.
That's right. This is a character that you really got to, give 100% of your time to. You can't just pocket this.
Wow.
It's all or nothing here.
Now, if you look at Rimu's head-to-heads with some Japanese Zero Suit players, pretty back and forth. 1-1 with one player, and then beating Choco and losing to Shiki, 2 of the most legendary Zero Suit players from the Smash 4 era and forward. And then Iba 1-0 against them. I don't know who that player is, but yeah.
Shout out to Iba, though.
Very contested.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Going to go for the immediate throw. Low percent as well, too, just to put some damage on, but keep him in the air. Mars looking powerful here, but Rimu, can't tell if they like these platforms or if they're maybe not the biggest fan of them. You kind of, when you add platforms to the stage, you give Mars, more opportunities to, just run around and evade. Kind of a kid at the playground here, if you will.
Yeah, I think ZSS is going to benefit more from any kind of mobility options than Min Min would. We'll see how it pans out, though. So far, it's looking good for Mars. The double parry. Wow. Short sides here. Is that death? No, not quite.
Yeah, not from the center of the stage.
Min Min's kind of chunky, man. She's got some weight to her.
Oh, yeah. The extra bowls of noodles, man.
I get it.
The carbs.
Up
my
smash.
worst enemy.
Man. Right. Nice. Both sides just trying to outspace each other on the way down, and for good reason. Neither side wanting to be over the other. I'd argue, Rimu more than Mars, but, a comfortable way back down to the ground is kind of the name of the game here in a lot of ways. And then stuffing out the jumps. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. If you got options that makes Mars think second guess, where they're going to jump, where they're going to move, I mean, you're already working the full deck of cards there.
Right, yeah, and just getting Mars to shield in general is a rare thing too, right? Just you get so much free play whenever you do put someone like Zero Suit in shield.
Okay, the flip jump once again, getting Mars in, but of course, if you're not on the ground and getting buried, it's not really going to give you any sort of reward. Oh, almost with the tech chase.
Up smash?
That'll do it.
There it is.
Yes. One of those rare instances where Rimu actually just pulls up aggressively. I mean, I'm not saying that the arm swinging isn't aggressive. I'm sure there's a method to that madness, but actually just running up and getting done up there.
Yeah.
Clean stuff right here from Mars.
You could do a lot just by sitting in the middle distance, and it feels like sometimes he's just getting kills by throwing an arm at the right time, catching Mars at like 110, something like that. And to actually run up, actually go for a dash attack, might have been a masterful bait on Mars's part. Who knows?
Yeah, well, it is Min Min, right, where you want to go from like, you want to get out of the corner, right? The game plan is like put this character to the corner and then see what they do after. Rimu's generally been pretty reserved and staying close to the edge when they don't have to approach. That was a little bit awkward for Rimu to just do a deep dash and then down.
Yeah.
Dragon Laser.
That's right. Up tilt.
Mars down to his last stock of the tournament. Oof. And it's already looking pretty good for Rimu. Hold on. He gets to get in there for 1 second.
Gotta forget it. Can't forget about the second part of that downer, excuse me. Nothing off the dash attack. Rimu's gotten a lot of mileage off of his where Mars hasn't quite gotten as much.
Dude, I just saw Mars flicker the shield preparing for the downer, the 2 hits that you're talking about, Rod. Just realized he flickered it twice just for that.
Man,
gotta lock in.
Looks like Rimu can meet him halfway or all the way over there on pretty much every approach attempt. Mars trying to be measured and careful here, but I don't know, man.
Wow, narrowly avoids those two arms and closes the distance. Doesn't find anything else afterwards, though. This is looking mad rough.
Yeah, we need a big plan. We need it fast here if you're Mars. Gets back to the ledge, has to watch how they jump out. There it is. Don't give him the jump. Goes for the dash attack.
I love
What's
that.
even the win condition here? I mean, you got to get a stock and then maybe one of the world-famous Mars dares, you know? Like, I'm wondering what's your angle back in?
Nair down B.
Start
Nair down B?
The
That's
classic.
what it's got to be.
Wait, back throw down B? Yo, hear me out.
Still,
little
oh, don't touch me. Okay, looking for it.
Okay,
Back in
hold
front of
on.
the other side. Short hop fair. F tilt.
He thought about it. He thought about it.
He actually used stun gun, too. I'm impressed.
That dragon is empowered, by the way, for a couple more seconds. Mars has got to play around that for sure. Oh, it's so close, but he's in.
Oh, wait
Okay.
a minute.
He landed on platform. That actually might have been huge.
Oh, couldn't get anything off to the grab. Nair out of shield immediately. Ram Nair too.
Rimu's definitely panicking also. That's a lot more shields than I've been seeing.
Right.
Oh,
No way.
No way.
All right, chill.
Whoa.
Not full screen.
Rimu not letting up, though.
Yeah, I mean, this is... Oh, God. Min with stage control. Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny using one of Mars' ult tricks against him, right? Mars used to go for that sort of chump check DI on the Zero Suit up throw. And Min got one, too. Killing at 150. Well done.
Man.
Yeah. Like I said, once you get Zero Suit to start shielding, you just have so much more free play. And with that, you saw exactly what Mars was trying to do, trying to get Rimu to commit to something. But the grab, when you want to try to shield like a dash attack or down tilts, or even maybe an arm, is just...
It's tough.
It's hard.
I mean, despite the loss, it's good to know that Mars can still rise to the occasion and still apply that pressure despite being down. You know, even in those final moments, dark red percents, I believe Rimu might have been at 68, maybe 70%, and still had him sweating. That's still the mark of a top competitor beast. But when it was all said and done, let's take a peek at these replays. We've seen what got said and what got done. Most importantly here, Rimu right here, just please come down off of that platform. Great footwork, but not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, how scared you must be at 150% against Min. Right?
Totally.
Saw Mars just put his shield up, and of course, it wasn't going to work. Min having a kill throw for God knows why, but, you know.
And
great,
a reflector, by the way.
Right, great job.
I wouldn't call that a kill. It's a throw that kills, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think it's a little stronger than ZSS up throw. Yeah.
It is. It is, yeah.
Either way, Rimu, congratulations. Great job against Mars. And, yeah, I guess, what was your mindset going into this? I saw you had a back-and-forth history against Zero Suit players over in Japan. So how do you feel about that matchup?
この試合をするにあたってどういう気持ちで臨みましたか？その日本での戦った経験とかあると思うんですけど、そういうのも踏まえてどういうような感じで試合に臨みましたか？
そうですね、なんか結構日本のゼロサム使いの人と仲良くて、特になんかライトニング五十嵐さんっていう人がいるんですけど、その人とよく対戦して、でなんかその経験が多分生きたのかなと思います。割とゼロサムは得意な方だったんで勝ててよかったです。
Actually, I'm really close to some of the ZSS players in Japan, and one of them, his name is Lightning Igarashi, and I play with him a lot, and the experience that I gained from playing with him really helped in this game, and in this match, and then I'm glad that I won.
Yeah, it was a good set. It looked like Mars was starting to come back toward the end, but of course he clutched up. Also, I just wanted to ask real quick if Choco and Shiki still go to tournaments.
チョコさんとシキさんはまだ大会で参加されてますか？
そうですね、なんか1年前ぐらいに1年か2年前ぐらいにチョコさんと戦ったことがありますね。でなんかそれ以来戦ったことないし、なんかあんまトーナメント見かけないので、多分ちょっともうやってないんじゃないかなって思ってます。
So last year I actually played Choco, but I haven't played since then, and I haven't seen him competing recently. So maybe he's not playing that right now.
Yeah, it was a blast from the past for sure.
Yeah. So were you still like confident coming into the matchup? Like, I know you do have a lot of experience, but you are playing someone like Mars who can be very explosive. And were you confident the whole time throughout the whole set, or did you feel like nervous at any point?
試合で臨むにあたってその自信はありましたか？マーズってすごくなんか攻撃的なプレースタイルだと思うんですけど、戦うにあたって、ちょっと緊張したなみたいな部分はあったか、それともずっとこう自信を持ってプレーできてましたか？
そうですね、まずとやるにあたってなんかなんだろうな、正直、日本の03の経験が結構生きてたんで、割と自信を持って臨めたのかなって思ってます。
So since I had a lot of experience with ZSS from playing in Japan, so I think I had a confidence. Yeah.
Nice. Well, as always, Rimu, it's so glad to have you. So glad to speak with you. I wish you the best on the rest of your journey. And
congratulations.
Congrats. Congrats.
Thank you, Rimu. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Absolutely.